Let's freaking go! NCAA football is coming back, and today we're going to do some trivia. I want to see how much you actually know about the greatest video game ever produced. Well, next to FIFA. You got to admit, FIFA is absolutely freaking fantastic. But comment down below at the end of today's trivia, how many cover athletes were you able to name? So let's start off here with a general trivia question. Which one of these SEC legends never appeared on the cover of NCAA football? It's right. I will reveal the answer at the end of today's video. Boom, I'm looking at you. And if you're a diehard SEC football fan, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I guarantee it, this kind of content is for you. Going on ahead, because I love you, giving you the first ever variation of the game. Obviously, the great Tommy Frazier. So, the next NCAA cover athlete for the 1998 game, okay? I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint. He did win the Heisman Trophy, okay? Let's get some music going. Why not? Let's see. I think you guys know the answer to this one. Bam. Danny freaking Werfel. A Florida Gator. Another hint. This will not be the only time a Florida Gator will be on this trivia today. So let me know if you're 2 for 2 up to this point. And now here's your opportunity to guess the 1999 NCAA football cover athlete. In 3, 2, 1. Bang. Charles freaking Woodson. Okay. It's kind of crazy considering not only did Charles Woodson win the Heisman, he also beat out Peyton Manning this season. Now, I know you Tennessee fans feel some type of way about that. I do think one consolation prize would have been to put Peyton Manning on the cover and have Charles Woodson own the Heisman Trophy. Let me tell you this. This man has made a lot of green in his career. That's such a lame freaking joke. This next player, of course, played for the Miami Dolphins, and he currently has a football stadium named after him, okay? Reveal coming up in 3, 2, 1. Bang! Ricky Williams. My goodness gracious. I love this cover. You see the jersey getting pulled down. It is very interesting. You also see a relic that you never really see anymore in college football. You get a hip pad. Do players even wear hip pads anymore? I have no idea, but I don't think that they do. So let's keep it moving. The next cover athlete, also in the SEC, also a running back. Answer coming up in 3, 2, 1. Sean Alexander, man. Talking about pads, the elbow pads, so iconic. I'm also a big fan of obscure jersey numbers. Off the top of your head, how many legends can you name that actually wore the number 37? So I'm going to give you a major hint for this next one because it is a little bit more difficult. This player faced the same exact criticism Stetson Bennett received last year, okay? Now that's deep. Coming up in 3, 2, 1. Bang, Chris Winkie. I forgot to almost push the button here. 28 years old when he won the Heisman Trophy. How about that? So let's keep it moving here. This next cover athlete is one I never quite fully understood. He is a Pac-12 quarterback, and he shares a name with the greatest college quarterback of all time. Coming up here in 3, 2, 1. Joey Harrington. Very interesting. So, I have no problem, I guess, with Joey Harrington being the cover, but his best Heisman Trophy finish was 4th. We move along here to the next cover athlete in 3, 2, 1. Carson Palmer, okay? I'm fine with it. Carson was an absolute monster. I also think Carson was very underrated with his NFL career. We go away from the quarterback position and we go to who many believe is the best wide receiver of this modern day era. Okay, coming up in 3, 2, 1. Larry Fitz. Who else? Now, did Larry Fitzgerald get robbed of a Heisman Trophy? I know it's not SEC, but still, I believe Larry was the best player in college football, okay? And the person who actually received the Heisman Trophy that season was, to me, probably the most overrated Heisman Trophy winner of the modern era. You can make a case for a few others. Do you know who that is? Well, it was Jason White. This one is very tough because it is a throwback, all right? You're probably not going to get this next cover athlete in 2006. He also played for Michigan. He also was a Heisman Trophy winner. Coming up in 3, 2, 1, Desmond Howard, okay? They decided to throw it back. I get it. Okay, so coming up next, this is a no-brainer. He's not an SEC player, but he is one of the most electrifying players we have ever seen in the college game, and he is a running back. Coming up in 3, 2, 1. No debate here. We'll keep it moving along. Reggie Bush, he definitely deserved a cover, right? Now, we can get into a debate about if he should deserve his Heisman Trophy back. But now, this to me is going to be controversial. I know there's going to be big disagreement on who the next cover athlete actually ended up being. But you got to remember the time period of how iconic this player actually was. And he had pretty much no NFL career. Probably a little overrated because of who he was and at the right time. Coming up here in 3, 2, 1. Jared Zabransky. Okay. Now, this was actually one of my favorite NCAA games. This was around my high school, college period, and we played this so freaking much. Okay. So, coming up next, you have a few options for the 09 cover athlete, so I'm not going to give you any hints. I do want to do something a little bit different. I'm showing you the photo of one of these cover athletes. Can you even name this player? Yes, it is very freaking shocking. But here we go. 3, 2, 1. Bang. You get 5. D-Jax on the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, Matty Ice. Owen Schmidt is the fullback's name from West Virginia. You get a mascot, Sparty, just totally random. And I want to shout out once again all the Arkansas Razorback fans out there. You guys have been really pushing Power Hour SEC. And we did a live stream. We're going to be doing more live streams on Wednesdays. So be on the lookout for that. Now, coming up here in 2010, kind of a tricky one. 3, 2, 1. Once again, 4 athletes to choose from. No need for a hint here. Brian Arakpo feels a little out here. I think if you were listing, the best defensive lineman of the college football modern era, I don't know how many people are going to say Brian Arakpo, but of course, they had the different game systems, and they went with different cover athletes. Brian Johnson of Utah, the most famously known for beating Alabama in the Sugar Bowl. Now, of course, a very successful offensive coordinator, used to be at Florida. Obviously, Mark Sanchez, known for the butt fumble, but USC, so many covers. And then, of course, Michael Crabtree was him in college. Okay, so let's keep it going. 2011, it is another solo cover. And, of course, you can make a very strong case that this is the best college football player of all time. Coming up in 3, 2, 1. Bang. Tim Tebow. Okay. Really no debate here. I think there could be one. We'll save that for a little bit later. But obviously Tim Tebow, 2011. Come on. He's Tim freaking Tebow. Now, we keep it solo. I don't think that there is another multiple cover athlete in a few variations. So coming up in 2012, another SEC legend. 3, 2, 1. Mark Ingram. Okay. Of course, Mark Ingram, the first ever Heisman Trophy winner from Alabama. I get it. Totally get it. Boom! I'm looking at you. Yes, you right now. So, I want to let you know, we don't just do trivia. We do all different types of breakdowns here on Power Hour SEC, film studies, live streams, all that good stuff. So make sure you hit the subscribe and the super thanks button. This next player, another SEC legend, another SEC Heisman Trophy winner in 3, 2, 1. Of course, the first ever Heisman Trophy winner of the Alabama Crimson Tide. That is Mark Ingram. Okay? Now, we're going to get to another one right after this, and you actually get 2 different options to choose from. Okay? Coming up in 3, 2, 1. Bang. Robert Griffin III and Barry Sanders. How about that? What a duo here from the Big 12. Did RG3 actually deserve that Heisman Trophy? I'll keep my tongue tied here. So now let's finish up with a very sad one. A little hint for you right here. But I hope you enjoyed this. How many did you get correct of the 18? 3, 2, 1. Of course, Denard Shoelace Robinson. Yuck. I hate that this was the final one. I loved me some Shoelace so. But Michigan, wow, 3 different cover athletes. Pretty freaking wild. Now, this is what's very interesting. You remember the trivia question from earlier today, okay? Which one of the 4 athletes here did not get a cover? Well, it's kind of like video games. Make sure you read all the fine print. A little bit of a trick question. It was all of these guys did not get a cover, and each one of them had their own cases as to why they deserved a cover. So once again, a little trick. None of the above was in the bottom right corner. Out of anyone, though, I think Cam Newton got robbed more than anybody. It is Power Hour SEC. Boom! And floating in your face, a few players that have a strong case to being future cover athletes of the NCAA video game. And tonight, we are doing awesome crawfish, baby. Let's go!